Based on what my friends and I have channeled, I would say that Set, Typhon, and Apep are all separate. Obviously, you can develop a stronger and stronger energetic resonance with a given spirit the more you work with them, but it is also possible to have a natural resonance with a being you have yet to summon. For example, if you had an Aries stellium in your birth chart, then you would have a decent natural resonance with Archangel Ariel, the angel of Aries. If you're a fire sign, then you might just have a stronger natural resonance with Flurius, the demon of fire, than one of the other elemental demons. The Goetic demons are generally listed as nocturnal or diurnal. So, are you a night owl or a morning worm? If your personality is more masculine than feminine, then you'll probably have a better resonance with gods than goddesses. And if you are non-gender conforming, you might just strike gold with Lucifer's androgynous aspect. Yeah, that's a thing. For one thing, just about any time I see a black magician bashing me on social media, I can usually type their name into my inbox and see that they tried to use my Facebook as a helpline and didn't get a response. And as for friends that I make in the satanic community, in Witchtok, wherever, the moment they and I fall out, no matter what the reason we fall out is, I find out they're running around claiming that I was never really good at magic. Like, you got mad about my political views, now I'm a bad witch, when you used to come to me for spiritual help and advice all the time? It's some sort of weird coping mechanism. I can't relate. Can you work with Mary? Yes. Here's what you do. You go into the bathroom, you shut the door, turn the lights off, look in the mirror, and say, "Oh, you meant the Virgin Mary." Oh yeah, there's two ways, because there's two Marys. The first one we'll call the Holy Virgin. That one is just a weird avatar of Jehovah's female aspect. You wouldn't really want much to do with that, I'd imagine. The other is just the mother of Yeshua. So, yeah, she's pretty tight. You can work with either, but I'd recommend going for the second one. The real deal. Hey, check this out. As soon as I saw TikTok made me do it on a hoodie, I had to have it. I was like, holy shit, that matches my suicide note. Obsidian, among many things, is very good for baneful magic. Yeah, it's time to get to work. So I filmed a video on the patio smoking a cigarette, and he said this reminds him of my old videos from before my YouTube channel got taken down. This guy has seen content of mine from years ago. Like, before I stopped inhaling Adderall like a vacuum years ago. Over 2 years clean. I was always looking disheveled as fuck, mumbling at 1,000,000 miles per hour like Ben Shapiro with cotton mouth. Walking around with a damn amphetamine-fueled god complex. Woo! I've come a long way. King Paimon is appropriate for beginners when he feels like being appropriate for beginners. So, I'd say go for it. My friend somehow found t-shirts, for me, that make Satanism adorable. Let me show you. In Satan's name we play, O men. It's all fun and games until you summon Satan. Then it's a party. Spicy heck, boy. See, people think Satanism is scary, but when it's viewed and portrayed from the right perspective, it's kind of adorable. Anyways, I'm gonna go curse someone to death. Okay, we're wearing an Odin necklace and a sea tree necklace. My transition was great. Right, so I'll wear the Odin necklace with the sea tree necklace for a few hours yesterday. The energy stopped burning over time, but when I took them off to shower, I did definitely feel like a weight was being taken off of me. So, round 2 of adjusting to this mixture. I'm told it will bring out my deviant side. Right now it is April 24th. I cannot post this video until my enemies no longer suspect anything. A lot of you are aware that my first name is actually Josh. And even more of you are aware that today is the date of the Battle of the Joshes. Based on my estimations, the Battle of the Joshes has currently been going on for 2 hours and 30 minutes. You may be wondering, VK, why aren't you in the battle? I am. You forgot what I do for a living. The other Joshes will never see it coming. Alright, you almost burned your house down with a spell candle, and you want to know what that means. Sometimes a dangerous accident is just a dangerous accident. In your case, it was just a dangerous accident. I know you, so I asked your spirits. But in other circumstances, it could be indicative of a negative reaction from a spirit being called on in the spell. Or that their ass got cursed! You know that old saying? You don't know what you've got until you've thrown it away, set it on fire, and fed its ashes to everyone that ever loved it? That quote hits right here nowadays. Alright, this video is sort of a warning to advanced practitioners who are making friends with baby witches. So, I got a decent level of respect and renown specifically in the satanic community, and I would kind of use that to try and help practitioners who are currently learning feel confident in what they can do. Like, say they make some type of breakthrough, I'd always be like, great job, it took me much longer than that to learn how to do that. Then they're like, really? Or say they channel their first sigil, I'd be like, dude, that sigil's as powerful as mine. It took me forever to learn how to channel sigils. If you do that to young men who are insecure and or resentful, you are playing with fire.
I have decided I'm ready for the most dangerous rite in magic.
No.
I have surpassed you. I never needed you.
Okay, I'll see myself out. Damn.
Huh.
We will all confess our sins to the Lord. I mean, I'm not against confessing my sins to him. Hey, Jesus, I'm kind of an asshole. And I like sex. Why is I feel like I can chokeslam Batman its own mood? Because everything I say is a mood. I make moods. I set trends. I get money. Follow me. They say you shouldn't compare yourself to other practitioners, and they're right. Except for when you feel too tired or upset to do your daily meditations, your daily devotionals, whatever. That's when you ask yourself, do I know whether or not my enemies in the community are gonna take a cheat day too? How much experience would you want before summoning spirits? Well, you want to open all your chakras and work on them and practice divination regularly so you can develop a good psychic skill set before you approach the spirits. Once you've developed some fundamental psychic skills, and you've researched in depth how to work with these spirits safely and build good relationships with them, you're good to go. It's not so much an experience level as it is developing the necessary skills and knowledge. And yes, you can start with demons as your first spirits. Here's another video warning experienced practitioners who are trying to be supportive of baby witches who are learning. People talk about ego problems all day, but no one talks about how being too humble can be detrimental to others as well. So I would have this problem where I would see someone who's a little experienced, do some readings well, cast a spell and have it manifest well, and I'd go, oh, yeah. You can definitely do what I do. They couldn't. Jesus died on the cross for us. That might be how it looks to you, but when I look at this, I see something different. I see a motherfucker pussing out. Your God said the wages of sin is death, right? But then humanity decided it liked getting laid. So he found a fucking loophole and committed assisted suicide. I want to kill everyone. No, never mind, I'll kill myself. I don't need that type of emo school shooter energy in my life. Fuck that. See, Odin also supposedly hung from a tree and died. And he didn't kill himself to, forgive me for getting laid. He killed himself, and now we have these. I can use these to predict the future. I don't need forgiveness from a motherfucker I don't like. I need this shit. Odin's sacrifice was actually noble. Lucifer gets equated with Samael very often nowadays. It wouldn't surprise me if there was a genuine connection between the two, but just because they are connected or are aspects of the same higher force doesn't mean they should be treated as if they were indistinguishable from one another. I would describe Samael as significantly more strict, based on my personal experience. Also, Lucifer has this very strong connection with Belial that I don't see Samael exhibit. And of course, Samael has this very strong connection with Lilith and his other three brides that I don't see Lucifer exhibit. Alright, everyone else who ordered the altar of Cain, I want you to fucking just rant in the comments about how hard it was to open this bullshit. Fuck this thing. So, lately I've been revisiting Clefothic demon magic, summoning the very demons that I started my path with, such as Zamradiel, Thantafaxath, Ayanonin, and Kulielfi. I have this weird gift where any sigil I need will come to me automatically, so whenever I want to perform a ritual, I just channel a brand new sigil on the spot. This is the one I channeled for Satan, in case you want to use it. So I've noticed that a lot of people who are on TikTok but don't make content don't understand the mentality that goes into content creation, specifically in regards to responding to hate comments. See, TikTok wants you to upload multiple times a day, so we're always looking for a new video idea. Getting large amounts of hate comments will affect your mental health at first, but you'll get used to it. And once you're used to it, hate comments just look like opportunities. We'll find a fun audio that we think will be perfect for responding to a hate comment, and then scroll through our comment section until we find a hate comment to use it on. People think that just because we made fun of them, they're automatically right. You've heard of animal sacrifice, but have you ever considered sacrificing astral parasites? Alright, I was asked to elaborate. Say there's a negative entity in your space. You kill it, but before you kill it, you say, I designate you as an offering to Abaddon or something. Lots of ways to kill these things, but the main thing is just focus on hatred and that intent to kill and act out the death in some way. You can imagine that you're shooting lightning from your fingertips. You could visualize shooting this rune out of your hand so that it stabs them and spins around, drilling into them and killing them. Just imagine the blood flying out while it drills them. You could visualize some manner of astral weapon and then cut them to pieces with it. Just be confident and know that you can slay this thing. Alright, let's talk shuffling. So, 3 main techniques you want to know. First, super simple, rearranging. Move cards from the front to the back to the front, the middle to the front, so on and so forth. Just rearrange them. Next technique, you're going to want to split the deck in 2. You're going to hold them with your thumb and your inner fingers, and you're going to want to bend the cards back. Now, slowly let your thumbs slide towards the back of the piles. Align them. Third trick, take most of the deck away. You're holding with 2 fingers from the top and your thumb on the bottom, and you're just dropping them. Now, let's take a look at my message. This card specifically means that someone is going to send spirits after me. Damn it! Sitri, the worst troll in all of the Goetia. He'll make you misspeak, like say the wrong words in a way that is either embarrassing or contains a cryptic message. The worst part? He can control autocorrect. I do some of my best magic when I start my rite or spell by reminding myself that doubt, time, and physics are illusions.
No one invited the skeptics. You are not welcome here.
My videos aren't age banned. They're age restricted. I age restrict my content on every platform that allows me to. I am the most vulgar spiritual teacher in the entire black magic community. I said, let's take occultism and make it trashy. Nothing about what I do was ever child appropriate. Which, oddly enough, does not stop adults from watching my YouTube videos with their prepubescent children. I grew up with fundamentalist parents. I can't even imagine. Alright, you've heard of animal sacrifice, but have you ever considered sacrificing astral parasites, thought forms, and the servitors of other practitioners to your gods? Food for thought. You said you predicted a family member's death accurately? And he died today? Congratulations. I don't see myself taking up mentorship again at any point in the near future. Just because, A, I don't like having it be somewhat my responsibility whether or not someone fails along the path. Like, I don't want to have that level of responsibility in somebody else's craft. A lot of the apprentices I've taken have, like, run back to Christianity and shit. It's been a long time since I took one. Well, it's only been, like, a year. A lot of the time I just get backstabbed by them once they don't feel like they need me anymore. It's just too much of a pain in the ass, and I have enough on my plate as is. Right now I have 9 clients waiting on services they paid for. I already did 4 services today. 20-something unopened emails on my business email, around 15 messages on Patreon, various friends waiting on spiritual assistance. I got a lot going on. Can you begin the journey of Cliffothic initiation if you are a beginner? If you have a decent fundamental understanding of infernals and the infernal divine, as well as of the Cliffoth and magic in general, then I, by the power invested in me by my Black Air Force energy, deem you probably prepared for the Cliffoth. I would recommend doing some divination or listening to your intuition. And I would definitely recommend waiting until you have developed the habits of regular meditation. I would also recommend exercise. I'm not telling you to become a bodybuilder, like jogging, yoga, whatever, because that stuff is good for your mental health. And you're going to be facing some trials. How big is Alistar? Is he trying to ask me about Alistair the Goetic demon? Oh, I know what he's talking about. Fuck All-Star. Nationwide is on my side. So, Rotten Crybaby has an extremely important spiritual question that she felt the need to comment on 4 videos about. And that question is, why do her feet emit heat? Yeah, I can bullshit this. When people think of chakras, they always think of those 7 large chakras located across the spinal column. However, there are also minor chakras in various areas of the body, such as the head, hands, and feet. The reason that your feet are overheating is because the energy centers in your feet are being overstimulated. Now, this can be solved very easily. All you need to do is cut down on the amount of foot worship that you engage in with your boyfriend. Alright, I have made the mistake of addressing the possibility of having sexual experiences with spirits, demonic and otherwise. Now I'm being asked which demon is the best one to sleep with? Do you think I've fucked every demon? Do you think I've fucked every demon? I can't answer your question. No one can answer your question. You love my videos and energy, but you wish I wasn't a Satanist. I get where you're coming from, but the whole person that you enjoy watching would not exist without the demons that I came into contact with. I would have at least attempted the pew-pew without Satan. I would have done that. Plus, it was demons who led me away from racism, misogyny, all that. There's no part of me, no part of the person you like without Satan. And that's all there is to it.